Schubert.
Here.
Ferrero, absent. Johnson.
Here.
Olivas.
Here.
Arroyo, absent. Cifuentes.
Here.
Lache.
Here.
All righty. Okay, public comments.
The pledge.
Did we get the public comments?
We'll do a pledge allegiance first.
Oh, okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So we do not have any public comments. So on to communications from the superintendent, Dr. Norrell.
Good evening, board and community. We want to begin with a brief community relations report. And we're going to talk about a couple of things, but I think first we want to highlight the very successful back to school fair that was led. And so I know Marissa Yalanowski is going to highlight some of our individuals that we definitely appreciate. And we want to share that in front of everyone. And we also have Marissa Martinez, who was wonderful in being the leader in putting that entire back to school fair together. So we want to acknowledge her as well. And so I will turn it over to the two of you to go ahead and get started with our thank yous.
So our third annual Back to School Fair, which was held on Saturday, August 10th at East Aurora High School, was a huge success. This event was for students and their families from all the East Aurora School District 131 schools. In addition to students getting free backpacks and school supplies, there was also a petting zoo, pony rides, free haircuts, free snacks, community resources, and so much more. And we have a couple videos that Andy will play. So that'll be that'll highlight James Ewing. So as you see, all the schools are represented and the families really had a good time. And they got a lot of valuable resources. So congratulations to Marisa Martinez, Assistant Director of the Resilience Education Center. Woo! That was great. And the rest of our staff, including buildings and grounds, building leaders, community partners, and everyone that made this a special day for our students and their families. We'd also like to thank Scum Lounge Barbershop for their generosity. The families were very grateful for the free haircuts for their children. And today we want to recognize you guys. We have special certificates and gift cards for the barbers that came to help us that day. So please come up when we call your name and stay with us so we can get a group picture. And Marisa will have your certificate and your gift card for you. So I don't know if Alvaro Gutierrez is here, the owner of Scum Lounge Barbershop, but we'd like to thank him. Damian Anthony Bello, Moises Francisco Martinez. He's not here today either, but that's okay. Brian Valle. And yeah, Brad, if you can stay up here because we're going to get a group picture over here in a minute. Yeah. Thank you. Gabriel Mendez, not here. Joshua Di Sandoval. Arnulfo Carillo. Ángel Fabián Quintino. Not here. Alfonso Guzmán. Alexis Vasquez. Alejandro Ramírez. Leonardo Cruz. And Jose Duran. Thank you guys again for making a really special day for our families and for their children. I was talking to a lot of the parents that were there, and they really, truly appreciated it. It really helped them get their kids ready for school. So, and now we're going to do a group picture with Marisa in it. Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys. You're welcome.
There you go. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cool. Thank you.
So thank you. We know that working on a Saturday too, you give up your own day of seeing your own clients, and that's a lot of money. So we thank you again so much. Thank you. Please thank the owner. Thank you. Okay, we also, I'm not sure if, and if not, we will bring it next time, but Marissa, I'm not sure if you and Andy were able to, oh, you are, to share. So Board of Education, thank you. I think it's probably been a couple of school years since we have taken advantage of really reaching out community-wide on the East Side, utilizing our billboards. And so one of the things that we want to continue to support is our message to families and our message of our expectations for their young people reaching their full potential. And so we had the opportunity to do a back to school time frame. And so we did place this one up that says, "Welcome back, East Aurora District 131 students." And it also tells them to give it your all. But I have learned that échale ganas, did I say it properly? Is definitely a well-known phrase in motivating our students and our families. And so we want to, again, make strong community connections and have all of our parents and all of our community help us to help our students to reach their full potential. And so we will take that, and the plan is to advance in October and have some additional as we really roll out what our behavioral expectations will be pre-K through 12. We plan to utilize that method of communication as a way to get even our high schoolers as they're driving by, get their attention. We did that with the You Belong Here and Getting Them If You Care, Get Them There campaign for attendance, and it really made a difference. And so we want to continue to message, so no matter where our young people go, they see our presence and they hear our message over and over again. So in East Aurora 131, I Am Respected, we are coming back to the board with the full message behind that for pre-K through 12. Thank you. Thank you for facilitating, Marissa. Moving into superintendent's report, I just want to give a brief update. First, I want to say that the first 2 days of the new school year have been really wonderful. It was just great to see everybody back, to see all of our colleagues that are getting their workspaces updated. And we did not have our traditional red and black celebration. We reserve the right to still have it later on in the school year. Perhaps we'll do a January red and black, a mid-year, which will be still motivational. But we wanted to do it out of an abundance of caution because we do not want our staff to have to feel bad on the opening and their first days of welcoming students back. So we were cautious and we stayed within our buildings, but there was still so much that our staff got to participate in. So I just wanted to give you an update. And tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow morning is our first day of school. So we're really excited. All of our students will be back, except our pre-K, I believe, are coming back on Thursday. But other than that, all of our students, kinder through 12th grade, will be back tomorrow. So yeah, we are super excited to welcome them. Another update is one thing that I wanted to bring back to the board. And Andy, I'm not sure if Lisa got you the picture, but we worked with the provider for strategic planning. And one of the things that we want to highlight is that they were very thoughtful and listened to our concerns around the structure. So in keeping with the same format that we signed up for, they were able to redesign and the structure, which I think was really, working against us. And so this is something that mirrors identically the success that we had last time, which really worked well for folks. So what we're going to do is they've established kind of 3 different teams. They established a core team, which is really myself and executive cabinet. We're the core team. And really what our job is to facilitate providing the data and pulling the resources offline, sharing with them where we're getting data from, and really being the ones to kind of orchestrate this behind the scenes. Then there's the Core Plus team, which is all of our internal stakeholders. So that would be us, that would be our union members in the district, that would be department staff, building administrators. The team Core Plus is inside the district. And then the full team for strategic planning includes our board members, our community partners, and the like. So what we are going to do is we did have a readiness call so they could roll this out to us. We also had a readiness call so we could provide to this entity everything that they would need. And then on September 12th, and I apologize, and I spoke to the union earlier about this, we're going to come back with the date, but they're saying 2 hours, but they're really saying it's going to be about an hour of a virtual meeting for the full team just to say hi. So you've been requested to serve on the strategic planning committee. This is what you serving is going to look like. This is what it's going to mean. And then this is what these evening sessions will entail. And then on September 16th is when we have our Core Plus team, which is our teachers, our building administrators, district administrators, our internal team in the district. We are going to get together like we did last time and do a 6-hour data retreat where we comb through what have we done since the last plan. And let's just deal with the facts and the data. And so they're going to lead that. And we're going to leave that then with some findings and summary. We will then move to the start of our 4. I believe there are 4. 1, 2. I'm losing count in my vision. Oh, here we go. I believe there are 1, 2, 3. There's only 3. There are 3 evening 4-hour meetings. And in those meetings is where we will have the full team. So that means it'll include our Board of Education members, our community partners, similar to last time. It will include our parents. And actually, this entity advocates for students. So we will have our students at every table as well. Evening retreats, they will begin, I believe, at 5:00. And they will include us having dinner together. And we will go through the data summary at the first one for the data evening meeting. We will then have a visioning retreat in the evening, and then a setting direction retreat in the meeting. And then the final meeting is a 2-hour meeting max, but probably more like an hour virtually. But in between all of those retreats, those 3 in the evening, that is when this entity will provide an email link to send out to everyone in our system so that everyone can see the work that was done at the meeting the day before. And then they can go through what we did and they'll have an opportunity to give feedback. And that will occur between each of those evening visioning data and the final setting direction so that everyone who wants to in our system contribute to the feedback, their voice will be heard. And so that was really, again, a powerful piece for this company that they have that and they build that in. So I think this is a schedule that is going to fit, and it certainly is going to work better for accommodating both our internal and external partners. Any questions on this new strategic plan layout? I think it's something we had success with before. Okay. And I did share it with our IFT today. So we're all set. Okay. The next item is I want to move, and then I'll go back to budget last. Our board vacancy, we have publicized that on social media as well as the district website. And we will have an opportunity to say thank you and celebrate our board member that moved on to another obligation, another public service obligation, Mr. Dan Barrero. And so in doing that, we have posted for the vacancy. And then the deadline, I believe, as it was posted, is tomorrow for submissions for those who are interested in being interviewed for that seat. Interviews, I'm just confirming, are September 5th, and that is a Thursday. And then that evening on the 5th, would we start interviews then at 6 o'clock? Would that be good for everyone's work schedule?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay.
for me.
Mr. Olivas, Mr. Lafche, is 6 o'clock okay for you? Yep, September 5th. Yeah. Okay. So Lisa and I just wanted to confirm that. And then we will be moving to seating on that next board meeting, as well as doing a small celebration in recognition for our outgoing board member. Just to give you a brief update on Synergy. I'll turn it over to Andy. No, I'm kidding. It has been it's been a heavy lift, and kudos to that department. It is a monster of a job, and it's been a 2-year commitment that we've really been trying to lift a brand new student management system and everything that means. That is a tremendous lift. And I will say this publicly because I had an opportunity to spend a few hours with our IFT union today. And what I said to them is, we were just working this summer and this couple institute days on training our staff. So we certainly are going to be positioned to do a better job to help our parents get the app, download the app, use the app. But one of the things that I said to our union leadership is, have teachers and staff not be anxious. We are not expecting or requiring or obligating them to use any parts of the system with any level of proficiency outside of what they were able to be trained on just in these few days. And I believe they watched the YouTube, they watched a video. And if it's not on there, I mean, we're celebrating, hey, did everybody take attendance? Okay, that's great. That's a win. We're celebrating small things. We know that we are still working on making sure that both teachers in a co-teaching situation can see the IEP information and not just the co-teacher, that our case managers don't just see their caseloads that are in their class, but that they can see their entire caseload. So we're still working on some integration. I know Embrace, as well as the Synergy Collabo, is something that we're ever working on. And then we learned within the last week that Synergy doesn't send out the letters like IC used to, because curriculum thought they sent the letters for dual. So we're learning every day. And what I said to our union leaders today is that just let everyone exhale. It's okay. We're going to start the year not like it's an infinite campus year. We're going to start the year like we just started a brand new student management system for everyone in our organization. And we are going to have, I think they asked me to just celebrate attendance only. So that is where we are. So don't worry. Did the principals hear me? Am I going to tell the principals so the staff is not held accountable? Principals hear me, and those who aren't here are probably watching, and those who are here will tell their colleagues. We are having very low expectations for use of Synergy. We are celebrating attendance taking for at least the first couple weeks, because this is a big lift and something for everyone to get used to. So I want to say that out of my mouth in front of the board, in front of my bosses. I know it's a big deal, and we are going to give everybody grace. And now I will just turn it over to the board president to do the final the motion that is listed here, as well as under F&P. I think we wanted to make sure we didn't forget to send the budget so we could post it for 30 days. So it's in 2 places. So we won't have to do it under finance if the board president feels comfortable. If not, you want Dr. Engel to answer any questions, but we are asking for approval of the tentative resolution.
Okay. Well, I think we had the presentation at the last meeting. So does anybody else have any other questions? Okay. If not, motion to approve the resolution for the FY25 tentative budget.
So moved. Second.
Secretary, call the roll.
Cefuentes,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schubert,
Yes.
Lafshe,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
Okay. All righty. Motion to approve the following consent agenda as listed.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Secretary, call the roll.
Cefuentes,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Lafshe,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schubert,
Yes.
Okay, and Dr. Norrell has a couple biographies.
Yes, Dr. Ballard is not with us this evening, so I have two biographies that I'd like to, personnel summaries that I'd like to read. We are super excited because these both are adjusted appointments from within our system. First, I would like Lisa Case to please stand. We would like to introduce to the board and community Lisa Case as the Division Chair of Mathematics and Business of East Aurora High School for the 24-25 school year. Yay! Ms. Case is being promoted to this position from her current role as a mathematics teacher and instructional coach at Waldo Middle School. Oh, I know they're not happy with East High right now. Where she has served for the last 8 years. In her current role, she has implemented effective instructional strategies for varied groups of learners and collaborates with teachers during PLCs in the development of cohesive educational strategies and shared practices. She has also led comprehensive coaching cycles and targeted professional development sessions. Ms. Case completed her principal internship in 2023 at Waldo Middle School. She received her bachelor's degree in elementary education from National Louis University and a master's degree in educational leadership from North Central College. Congratulations and welcome to East High. We also have to reintroduce this evening another adjusted appointment, Mr. Kyle Douglas. Would you please stand? We would like to reintroduce to the board and community, Kyle Douglas as the Division Chair of Behavior and Safety at East Aurora High School for the 24-25 school year. Mr. Douglas is being promoted to this position from his current role as a high school dean at East Aurora High School. Previous to that, he was a special education teacher at Waldo Middle School for 9 years. In his current role, he is responsible for the improvement of instruction with the emphasis on curriculum and staff development, provides support for new initiatives school-wide, and works directly with classroom teachers by providing feedback on current practices and classroom management. Mr. Douglas received his bachelor's degree in education from Northern Illinois University and a master's degree of education in technology with an emphasis in leadership. Congratulations and welcome to your new role. All right, thank you.
All right, moving on to finance. So, in Mr. Barrero's resignation, I will take care of finance. So, we met on the 9th, or we met on August 5th, and many of these resolutions we had already passed. So I'll just focus on the ones that we didn't. And we will have our next meeting on Tuesday, September 9th. So, like I said, the majority of these we voted on, and we definitely voted on the budget just a few minutes ago. So, motion to approve one stipend for a year-long administrator in charge of after-school programs at the Resilience Center in the amount of $15,000.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Secretary, call the roll.
Olivas,
Yes.
Cefuentes,
Yes.
Schubert,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lavshay.
Yes.
Okay. And then we're going to be back at Northern for all of our graduations. So we have motion to approve a 3-year agreement with Northern Illinois University for East Aurora graduations on 6/1 of 25, 5/31/26, and 5/29/27.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Secretary, call the roll.
Cefuentes,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Schubert,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lavshay.
Yes.
Okay. And we did the budget. So on to curriculum and programs with Juan.
Good evening, everyone. The Curriculum and Programs Committee met this evening at 6 p.m. The summary of that meeting will be provided at the next board meeting in September. We do have one action item, though, that has to do with regard to curriculum materials for preschool students. And when the leadership team reviewed the current curriculum, they made the recommendation for the extra curriculum that was needed. It is funded through the Early Childhood Block Grant, the IDEA Preschool, and ESSER 3 funds. And the amount is for $183,142.52. So we can go to the motion 7.B.1. Motion to approve the purchase of materials from creative curriculum in the amount of $183,142.50.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Secretary, call the roll.
Schubert,
Yes.
Cefuentes,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
All right, the next curriculum meeting will be on Monday, September 23rd, here at the Administrative Center at 6 p.m. And that concludes my report.
Okay. So on to buildings and grounds, Mr. Schubert.
Okay, we do have just a brief report from our last meeting, which was on August 5th. The committee did get an update on the summer projects from this past summer. Those included the East High roofing, the Magnet Academy had some facade repairs, Allen window project, the playgrounds at Gates and Krug, the Waldo multi-purpose room had some renovations, final fire panel replacements at the Magnet Academy and Simmons, and Cowherd had various HVAC updates. We did get into some discussion on the Brady Playground and parking lot renovations due to some soil stability issues and so forth. But that had been rectified at the committee level, so no action from the board needed. We did discuss the Career Technical Center, which again, we just received a brief presentation at that committee meeting, and the board received a more detailed presentation at our last meeting. We did review the 10-year health life safety report update. That was a very positive update for the results that were achieved. And the amount of items needing immediate priority were very minimal at a cost of less than $125,000 spread throughout the district. So that was very positive. Some of the other items have now been included in the 5-year capital plan, such as doors, windows, and so forth. And those reports have been submitted or will be to the Regional Office of Education. We did get a 5-year capital improvement plan update discussing window and roof replacements. As you can imagine, with the vast amount of roofing and windows we have throughout the district, that's always a priority for us. But we also did talk about security enhancements at the various school entrances, so that will be a priority over the next few years. Additional information on that will be discussed at the next Building and Grounds Committee meeting. What else? The McKinney-Vento transportation proposal. We are now using the current busing company to provide a more safe and reliable transportation means for those identified students. And that was voted on at our last Board of Education meeting. And then finally, we did discuss lawn care around the district. We have created 3 new permanent groundskeeper/floater positions to manage the district grounds internally. And an MOU is currently being developed or has been developed on that. But that is all. If there are no further questions, I'll get right into, we just have one action item tonight. The first is, 8B1, and that's just a motion to approve the 10-year health life safety report as presented.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Any questions? Secretary, call the roll.
LaShay,
Yes.
Cefuentes,
Yes.
Schubert,
Yes,
Johnson,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
that's everything.
Okay.
Mr. Johnson.
Motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing pending litigation and the appointment, employment, performance, compensation, dismissal of a specific employee, plus workman's compensation.
So moved. Second.
Secretary, call the roll.
Cefuentes,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schubert,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
Okay, and we should not have any action.
You're still not done?
Yeah. There's a lot tonight.
Were
you at the
last one?
Yeah.
Oh.
convene from executive session.
So move.
Secretary call the roll?
Cifuentes,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
LaShay. Johnson,
Yes.
Schubert,
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Secretary call the roll?
LaShay,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
Schubert, Johnson,
Yes.
Cifuentes.
The allergies are better, but they're not quite right there yet.